Good morning. It's Lisa Lovestone with Mushroom Matcha Morning and Bedhead Musing. You know, I was going to read the next chapter of our book last night, and I ran out of room on my phone, which keeps happening. So I spent about an hour deleting videos and pictures, and I need to delete apps, but I use every app I have. Every app I have I use. But it shows that the apps are taking up a lot of space. So the only thing that I could do to get more room on my phone would be to remove Pokemon Go. And I just don't want to do that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. They sure do make it so that you have to upgrade all the time, don't they? Anyway, good morning. So it's been quite a week for me. The kitties have really been taking up my time, especially this week because I took Sam I Am to the vet, and then we got him on antibiotics, but what didn't happen is they did not do the FIV and the FIV and the leukemia tests, and those should have been done, because if you're gonna give a cat up for adoption, those tests need to be done. If you're a rescue. I'm not officially a rescue, but I work with rescue groups. My eye bags look really bad today, don't they? Very puffy. Anyway, so I went and got him from one of the ladies who is temporarily fostering him, and we drove back to Thompson. And even though I brushed my teeth, there's popcorn stuck way back here. There we go. Got it. And I sang to him because I had this very sad feeling he was going to be FIV positive. And he was. FIV is feline immune. Well, FIV really isn't the right acronyms, because it's an autoimmune deficiency, but it's basically like a AIDS for kitties. But humans can't get it from kitties. There's never been a case of a human getting kitty AIDS. It's specific to kitties. And it happens through a bite or a scratch or or sex. And cats, I just want to say, female cats don't enjoy sex. Female cats do not enjoy sex. I was just thinking about something. I'm so sorry. I do that. Anyway, this 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 asshole, he's like, a few months ago, he's like, don't spay my kitty. We want her to have 1 litter before we get her fixed. And I said, she doesn't need to have a litter. There's plenty of cats everywhere. I said, please spay her. Well, yesterday he takes the time to drive up to me while I'm feeding my kitties to say, yeah, she had a couple of kittens. They're bobtails. I said, oh, okay. Yeah, that means that you probably inbred her if they're born a bobtail. So, fucking hillbilly mentality, man. So, even though we have hundreds of thousands of cats in the South, he decided his cat needed to have kittens. Even though I asked him not to do it. I want to fucking strangle him. Cats don't enjoy sex. Female cats hate sex. It hurts. It's painful for them. It's incredibly painful for them. They don't stay there and get fucked because they're enjoying it. They stay there and get fucked because they can't fucking move. Male cats have little barbs in their little penis. And when they insert their little penis into a female cat, the barbs stick out and take hold so she can't move. She literally cannot move. She's being held hostage. She's basically being raped. Because I'm telling you right now, no female cat would willingly go through that. And you think, oh, well, they get all flirtatious. Yeah, they do. That's natural. But that action, no. It's basically rape. So, how are cats supposed to populate then? Well, right now, we don't need cats to populate. We don't need them to populate. There's too many. So, you know, in Wyoming, there's more antelope than there are humans. Or at least there was when I left. It's hard to say. They might have hunted so many that that's no longer true. But, you know, here in Georgia, we don't need to have more cats than we have humans. We don't need that. Absolutely not. We need to have enough humans that like cats to be taking care of the cats. Cats do not do well as feral. They don't do well. They get ran over. They get shot at. They get hit in the head with a hammer. They get brutalized. They get captured and thrown in a cage with dogs and tore up. Kitties don't belong outside. No. So, what else is going on? Still seeing Will. He is coming over tonight for dinner. Why does there always have to be a power tool running every fucking day? Notice how the birds were singing and now they're all quiet? Like, I just heard one chirp, but they were singing like boisterously and loudly, and now they're all quiet or they moved to another tree. I fucking hate that noise. Not in the morning. We want to enjoy our peace and tranquility in the morning. Anyway, I'm pet sitting Georgia. She's over here. You could probably see her right there. Georgia is 16 years old. Yeah, she's a good dog. She's a very good dog. She's upset with me because she hasn't gotten to go for a ride in my car yet, and it's been so hot. So anyway, so I've been busy with the cat. I had to make 2 trips to Thompson, and I don't have appointments, so I have to wait and wait to be seen. And I'm all about Sam. I'm all about Sam. When Sam's with me, I'm all about Sam. But Sam had FIV. So we euthanized him because his health was so bad. He was anemic. He had an infection. His white cell count was really high. His kidney was given out. One of his kidneys, both of his kidneys, I don't know. So he's been euthanized. I cried hard. Lost another friend. Yeah, one of the Lisas. Another Lisa, I guess I could say. Yeah, lost another Lisa friend. I was taking a video just before Sam was euthanized, and I just was making a plea through my tears and my broken heart to please spay and neuter all cats and dogs until every cat and dog in this country has a home. And I did say, and I probably shouldn't have, but I was trying to accentuate the seriousness of how many stray cats there are in the South. So I said, people in the South don't understand the importance of spaying and neutering. And she got all up in my post and was completely infused with, it's not just the South, it's everywhere. She took it personally, is what she was doing. She was taking it personally as a Southerner. It wasn't personal. I mean, I guess, how do you not take that personally? Well, you take responsibility. And she's saying, well, you know what I went through to get our cat spayed, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I do know. I do know. And thank you for doing that. But I'm having a very emotional moment. My cat's going to be put down. And I'm crying. And I'm just pleading with people to spay and neuter. That wasn't the time or the place for her fucking drama and her little sensitive feelings. And I'm all about sensitivity, but not that kind of sensitivity when it's all about them. She made it all about her, and it had nothing to do with her. So I unfriended her and I removed her remarks because I don't need the drama in my page that is for pet sitting. That's my business page. It's drama free. And I want it to stay that way. So she was being very petty and selfish and self-centered. So I unfriended her. I don't need that in my life. I don't want that in my life. This is not the time. This is not the place. I even said so. And she still went on and on and on. So, bye-bye. Spiritually, I love this yard because I don't have to go down any stairs to get to the grass. And every morning when I let my little girl out to go potty, I go over to this area where she doesn't pee, and I stand there and I ground. You can call it grounding or earthing, it doesn't matter, it's the same thing. And that's what I do. I stand in that grass, listen to the birds sing, look at all the flowers around me, and I tell the birds, thank you for your beautiful song. I tell the flowers, thank you for your beauty, sharing your beauty with all of us. And tell the trees, thank you for your oxygen. And tell the grass, thank you for earthing me. Yeah, it's quite magical. And it feels good. It just feels really good. I live in an apartment on the second floor, and there's not a lot of grass available to me where I live. So when I'm pet sitting and I have some grass I can stick my bare feet in, hell yeah. Yeah. So my son was here this last weekend. I just don't know. He's a good son. He really is. But there's a piece of compassion that's he's missing. I just got to keep praying for him to be more compassionate and mindful. But he's a good son, and I love him so much. Well, I don't really have anything to talk about. I've got to go to the grocery store. I'm making fettuccine Alfredo with chicken breast, and I've got to sneak some vegetables in there. Why do I keep ending? The man I wanted to date was a vegetarian, but some other woman got her hands on him. And if a woman has a lot of money, a man is gonna date her. I'm sorry. Even if she's ugly, he's gonna date her. And I'm sorry, that's not nice, but I'm just saying. She's probably beautiful in her own way, I don't know, but yeah. So I end up with the guys who are meat and potato guys, and I like vegetables and fruits. I don't know how to make that work. So I'm cooking fettuccine Alfredo with chicken breast, and I've got to have a vegetable. I guess I need to text him and say, do you eat broccoli? Do you eat cauliflower? He doesn't really. Onions don't do well for him, so he likes onions. They just tear him up. People who have bowel issues can't eat onions. So, and as I said before, he's had colon cancer. He's a colon cancer survivor. So, it's amazing to me, though, how he can eat a greasy burger. How does that go through him? And onions are good for you. They pull toxins out of your body. They absorb the toxins. If you take an onion slice and put it on the bottom of your foot and put your sock over it and sleep that way, you can pull a bunch of toxins out of your body that way. I used to do that. I haven't done it in a long time. Because I've been detoxing through juicing. But yeah. Anyway, well, I'm going to listen to the birdies sing and finish my matcha. See, it's a pretty day. It rained earlier this morning.